Confirmation in the last few minutes as I was running through the classifiers that is now officially a Arsenal player. The medicals passed earlier today. Personal terms were agreed. That news broke around about 3 hours ago. But in the last few minutes, news confirmed, is a gunner. He has made the move to...
The football world was left stunned yesterday as Brazilian winger Rodrygo Goes conducted his first interview as an Arsenal player, revealing unexpected details about his shocking departure from Real Madrid and his ambitious plans at the Emirates Stadium. The 24-year-old, who completed a surprise £85 million move to North London last week, spoke candidly about the circumstances that led to one of the most dramatic transfers of the January window, sending shockwaves through both Spanish and English football. In the most startling revelation of the interview, Rodrigo disclosed that he had informed Real Madrid president Florentino Pérez of his intention to leave as early as last summer, contradicting the widespread belief that his transfer was a sudden development. "People think this happened overnight, but the truth is I had already made up my mind months ago," the Brazilian international explained. "I have immense respect for Real Madrid, but I felt it was time for a new challenge, to be the main man somewhere rather than one of many stars." The admission suggests a longer period of discontent at the Santiago Bernabéu than previously understood, raising questions about the club's handling of player relations. Rodrigo's decision to join Arsenal over several other elite European clubs has been one of the transfer's most intriguing aspects. The winger revealed that he held discussions with Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester City, and Chelsea, but was ultimately convinced by Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta's project and vision for the team. "When I spoke with Mikel, I could feel his passion and see exactly where I fit into his plans," Rodrigo stated. "He showed me videos, tactical breakdowns, and explained how he wants to build the team around certain principles that really resonated with me. At the other clubs, I felt like I would be just another signing, but here at Arsenal, I feel like I'm part of something special being built." The Brazilian attacker also addressed the speculation surrounding his relationship with certain Real Madrid teammates, particularly following the arrivals of Kylian Mbappé and Endrick. While diplomatic in his responses, Rodrigo acknowledged that the increasing competition for places had influenced his thinking. "It's not about running away from competition, it's about being realistic," he explained. "I'm 24 years old, I'm in my prime, and I want to play every week. I want to be on the pitch making a difference, not watching from the bench wondering when my chance will come. At Arsenal, I have that guarantee, and that was important for me and my career at this stage." Perhaps the most controversial moment of the interview came when Rodrigo was asked about potentially facing Real Madrid in the Champions League knockout stages. With both clubs progressing to the latter rounds of the competition, a meeting between the two sides is entirely possible. "If it happens, Rodrigo said with a knowing smile. "I'll give everything for Arsenal, just as I gave everything for Real Madrid. Football is about competing at the highest level, and I have no problem showing my former club what they're missing. That's not disrespect, that's just confidence in my abilities and in what we're building here." The timing of Rodrigo's transfer has raised eyebrows across Europe, with Arsenal desperately needing reinforcements in their title challenge against Liverpool and Manchester City. The Gunners had struggled for consistency in the final third before his arrival, and the Brazilian's addition is seen as potentially transformative. Rodrigo himself acknowledged the weight of expectations on his shoulders, stating that he thrives under pressure and welcomes the responsibility of helping deliver Arsenal's first Premier League title since 2004. "I didn't come here for an easy ride," he emphasized. "I came here to win trophies and make history." Financial details of the transfer were also touched upon during the interview, with Rodrigo confirming that he had taken a pay cut from his Real Madrid wages to join Arsenal, further evidence of his commitment to the project. This revelation has surprised many observers who assumed the Gunners would have needed to offer premium wages to convince the Brazilian to leave the Spanish giants. "Money isn't everything," Rodrigo insisted. "Of course it's important, but at this stage of my career, I'm more interested in playing time, development, and winning titles. Arsenal offered me all of those things, and that was worth more than a bigger paycheck elsewhere." The interview also provided insight into Rodrigo's personal motivations and his desire to step out from the shadows of more established stars. Throughout his time at Real Madrid, the Brazilian operated alongside Galacticos like Karim Benzema, Luka Modric, and more recently Vinicius Jr. and Jude Bellingham. While he enjoyed considerable success, including multiple Champions League victories, Rodrygo admitted feeling that his individual contributions were often overlooked. "I want to create my own legacy," he stated emphatically. "I want people to remember me as Rodrygo, not just as one of the players who was part of a great Real Madrid team." Arteta's influence on Rodrygo's decision cannot be overstated, according to the player himself. The Arsenal manager apparently spent hours on video calls with the Brazilian, discussing tactics, philosophy, and personal development. Rodrygo revealed that Arteta had studied every aspect of his game, identifying areas where he could improve while also highlighting his unique strengths. "He made me feel valued in a way I hadn't felt in a long time," Rodrygo admitted. "That level of attention and detail showed me how serious Arsenal are about competing for everything, and how serious they are about helping me become the best player I can be." The reaction from Real Madrid supporters has been mixed, with some feeling betrayed by Rodrygo's departure while others understand his desire for regular playing time. The Brazilian addressed these fans directly during the interview, expressing gratitude for their support during his 5 years at the club. "Madrid will always have a special place in my heart," he said emotionally. "The fans there supported me through difficult times, and we won incredible trophies together. I hope they can understand that this decision was about my career and my future, not about any lack of love for the club. Sometimes in life, you have to make difficult choices, and this was one of them." Looking ahead to the remainder of the season, Rodrygo outlined his immediate objectives with Arsenal, including helping the team maintain their title challenge and making an impact in the Champions League. The Brazilian is eligible to play in Europe's premier competition for his new club, having not featured for Real Madrid in this season's knockout stages. "Every game from now until May is like a final," he declared. "We're fighting on multiple fronts, and I'm ready to contribute wherever the team needs me. Whether that's scoring goals, creating chances, or working defensively, I'll do whatever Mikel asks of me." The interview concluded with Rodrygo expressing his excitement about adapting to English football and the Premier League's unique challenges. Having spent his entire European career in Spain, the winger acknowledged that the transition would require adjustment but insisted he was ready for the physical and tactical demands of England's top flight. "I've watched the Premier League for years, and I know what it takes," he said confidently. "The intensity, the pace, the quality of the opposition every single week, it's exactly what I want. I didn't come to Arsenal to take things easy. I came here to test myself against the very best, and I can't wait to get started." With those words, Rodrygo signaled his intent to make an immediate impact at the Emirates, setting the stage for what promises to be a fascinating conclusion to the season for both player and club.